Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Wizardry 8. And I do hope you've all been enjoying this series so far. Now, some of you watching this will have by now recognised that some of the characters in the party represent some of you. And those of you who are represented by characters, you know, if you'd like me to channel your skills as you level in a slightly different direction, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if any of my regular viewers would like to grab a name slot for these characters because they can be renamed during play, let me know. It strikes me I should have probably made an H for Priest and 2K some kind of wizardy character, but I wanted a ranger and I wanted a wizard for some reason as well. Let's get this door open. Behind this door,
it's got a lock on it,
is one of the most dangerous foes in this area. Also, this door absolutely needs to be open. This is not an optional lock. If we want to progress in the story, we have to go through it. So, Leah is going to use the knock picks.
With pleasure.
And what that should do is enchant the locks so that they glow blue instead of green when they go up. So the knockpick spell would keep. I think I need to have Tim use the item. Uh-oh, was that something behind us I saw on the map there? No, it was not. Good.
Sealed tight.
Okay, Tim, go for it. And it failed. So we're going to have to do it manually. So behind this door is one of the most powerful monsters in this area.
This will be over in no time.
The King Crab. There are two, essentially boss monsters, on this level, and this is one of them. They're actually pretty close together.
With pleasure.
Weapons auto-swapped, that's great. Let's splash some acid at it, and also try to cast Enchanted Blade.
Understood.
His pincers do have a long reach, so they're able to reach into an extra zone of the party. We want to be close enough to hit it, and to still take all our turns. This is a fight with an enemy who has so much health that we may all end up running out of stamina. And he has multiple attacks as well. I think 3 or 4 attacks a round. Alright, let's go for an energy blast.
With pleasure.
And we can't cast Enchanted Blade again, so an energy blast again. We'll go for a level 2 energy blast. Nice. Whoa, what happened to him having like 130 health? Well, we got lucky there. I have had to use a dodgy third-party unofficial patch just to get the game running and to record it. Crab cakes. They restore health power 1, like the spell. Okay. I do seem to recall him being a much tougher opponent before, so if the patch has messed with that, that's unfortunate. Where was some kind of bow? That's a party grab, obviously.
Look there.
Ah, a crossbow. Namarundor has a ranged weapon. Let's equip that. This battle axe is a spare, so it can go in the party loot. And no, we want in primary close combat. There's some arrows here. She doesn't have many arrows to her bow, but these two can go across to 2K, and we'll bundle them all together. Is there any more items in this room? There's something. Ah.
Look over here. It's ferocious.
Where are the rats? They are inside this chamber, so let's set a
pleasure.
walk action And I think we'll go for a mind stab spell.
With pleasure.
And some frost.
Understood.
And then we'll pick up those explosive sticks of dynamite after this scuffle is over. Maybe it's because I've played the game enough before to have a better idea of how to run the party, but I was able to keep the king crabs so easily. But I strongly suspect it's the patch that's done it. I don't know too much of what the patch has done, but I know that it's generally fixed bugs and made things more playable. Right. Well, they're coming to us, but let's go slowly to them as well. Okay, we don't need to. That's a massive rat. You'll notice also that monsters with different amounts of hit points are different sizes. This 13 hit point rat is bigger than this 6 hit point rat. Now, let's continue with our barrage of spells.
Understood.
Keep practicing that mind stab.
With
Get a bit
pleasure.
of, get that skill up a bit too. Okay, that's not ideal. Alright. Go with a bit of an energy blast then. She's got to be getting more
With
competent
pleasure.
at this at some point.
Understood.
Excellent! If the other boss monster in this area has been equally rebalanced, I will stink bomb. I will know for certain the patch has been messing with them. How's her artifact skill going? Still not good enough to identify some things. So, let's remove the bar from this door. And now, it can be opened and we can bounce right off it, because doors are boingy boingy bouncy elastic doors in this game. But we can step back out into this chamber where we have been before. Up yonder ramp is the other boss monster in this area. It's very nasty, very dangerous, and we'll probably be dealing with it very soon. For now though, I'm going to continue exploring this area. There's another sling, and we probably have someone. So a sling and a sling. So we need to get some stones for these two, so they can start lobbing rocks into combat when they don't have the spell points to cast any spells. Now, this here...
A creature crept toward them.
Yes, but it's fish in the water, so we're okay for now. This here is the window we saw before, and these fish in the water are the creatures that we can see from inside there. For now, though, there are some stones. And here are some more stones. And we're going to equip those right now so that our spellcasters have something to do when they're out of magic. Now, there's also this bridge.
What do you think this does? Something exciting, no doubt.
An entity approaches.
We have black and yellow hazard stripes, because this bridge can go up and down. It is a moving part of the level. There is a button here which can be pressed. The button at the top on the upper level, I believe, is broken. Hang on, have they fixed this button? Huh. Because I think we have to go upstairs to raise the bridge up to walk across to that part. Or do we? Is the button upstairs broken and we have to come down here and then raise the bridge? I can't remember. Let's walk across it for now, as it can serve two purposes. And the fish in the water will lead us out
Look,
to
it might kill us.
M for magic, not M for map. Right. So out here to that waterfall where there was an item that we could pick up on the waterfall. Now, I'm going to not press that button and go up until we've been up there, so that we can do a bit more exploration. Here, this looks like it's hand-worked. And here we will encounter our first trap. First, though,
Found
let's
something.
absolutely pick these things up. Potion of moderate stamina. Potion unidentified. Okay. Let's try to get unidentified items in the party loot so it's easier to find them and identify them later on. And whatever this is. Ale. Let's give that to someone who can handle their drinks, I think. And here is a trap. Traps are very dangerous and can actually kill us. So I'm going to save the game. I'll call it trap save. If I shrink down the game for any reason during recording, the keyboard inputs completely stop working. I can work with the mouse, I can't name saves and all sorts of things. So, you know, as I said, it's lucky we can record it at all. This is a chest.
Booby trapped.
It's also trapped. So, the first thing we need to do is find someone with the locks and traps skill. Second, we need to examine and inspect the trap to work out what kind of trap we are dealing with here. I think it's likely to be a dagger scatter or poison darts at this stage in the game. So, this part is used, this part is... So we have these 8 devices here which are all parts of the trap. A red border means this is not used, although it's not a firm red border, so it's probably not used. Yellow means this might be used, green means these two definitely are used. So we go through the traps and see what might use that square as well. Every time we inspect the trap, it has a chance of triggering, based on our skill level. Philosopher's Bane and Rune of Death sound nasty. It could be Heatwave, except Heatwave doesn't use this part. So it's looking like a definite poison darts trap, but let's inspect it one more time. Alright, that's not used now. We have refined our knowledge of the trap. So now we're going to attempt to disarm the trap. By clicking on parts of it, I think. Every piece of the trap has a potential to trigger the trap. The trap has been tripped. Let's drink a potion of cure poison. So it's a shame we set the trap off, but sometimes it happens. We don't know what those gloves are. We'll try and find out later. Another bastard sword. Well, she's got one already. I'm not going to reload and try and get a perfect result on the trap, or try and... I think there might be one... We did find a hidden item down here. I think there might be one more. Just a bit of spilt booze next to all these barrels, really. Let's go fight some fish.
Ready and willing.
And a little bit of healing first. There we go. I can't remember if we are incapable of walking under this unless it's raised. No, we can walk under it. That's good. Let's continue exploring this water. There are some fish in this water, and they are...
Behold a creature!
This is a one-man
dangerous.
job.
Tanika fish. I do not know what a Tanika fish is. I presume it's a kind of monster that exists in this game. If it's something that exists in reality, I'd appreciate the information. Let's get that one up the back. And fire off some energy blasts into this water, because that's got to be really bad for these fishes, right? Lovely. Boil them, fry them. Sometimes they jump out of the water to dodge as well. It's quite amusing. That one can't take much. Oh, 8-17. These are tough little fishes. Alright, let's keep blasting. Go over mind blast instead. Yeah, take some mental damage. And we go over normal energy blast. Careful, we're going to need a heal soon. And as our primary divine caster, Leah's going to have to get better. She's clearly still practicing, but at some point she's going to stop practicing and start achieving. Okay, she's got it to the point where it's yellow, so she's got a good chance of casting now. Okay, that's a good cast. I imagine Tanuka fish might be like the what's-it fish in the Elder Scrolls series. You know, those dangerous ones I can't remember the name of. Let's try for an enchanted blade spell. The fight's nearly over, but it might just be worth trying.
With pleasure.
And we'll get her that stamina spell soon as well. Yeah, bless those weapons. Or enchant them, rather. Yeah, go for another bit of mental energy.
With pleasure.
Understood.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I don't know what came over me.
Is it going to hit, if anybody? Looks like, yeah, spell backfires have always been a bit laggy like this, even on the original game. This isn't from the patch. Alright, let's keep blasting. I'm not going to risk using water spells on these fish. I don't think it's a good idea.
Understood.
Excellent work.
My aptitude increases.
Ah, and some levels. Now, it is possible to detect things on the side here. There's a ledge, I think, on the right-hand side, where we can detect items. Right around... We can't climb up onto it, but we can detect items, and then we have to move back a bit to be able to reach them. It would seem our ranger is not finding anything. Let's give Nature's level. He is a wizard, so he gets lots of intelligence. We'll give him a bit of piety, because that 30 is really low. Bit of vitality, and strength to match it. Right. Oh, so many choices. Well, his air skill is much higher than his earth skill. So let's give him the sleep spell, which is good for taking out groups of enemies. It's not good for individual enemies, but it's good for groups. Now let's go Missile Shield. So air, we need a bit of earth magic. Let's get some more there. Some artifact skill, and a bit of communication, because he is very well spoken. He's a nice voice. Now, that is a long way down, and it will hurt. Nope, we got that. And this...
Oh, now this one is a keeper.
...is some resurrection power. We can use this to restore people from the dead. Fairy dust will put enemies to sleep. Resurrection powder is rare, we can't get very much of it. There is a resurrection spell, I believe, that we can gain access to later on. And come on, game. Going down this waterfall will hurt us. There we go. Let's get out of the water and head back towards the building
Ready and willing.
and see if we can pull off another healing spell. We need a while. So let's make us a little campfire and rest here on the grass by this boulder. I will do the whole song. There we go.
Standing by.
Let's cast a light spell, level 2. We're doing this for the experience, obviously. And we'll wait till we get nearer a fight to actually cast enchanted weapons. Because we're really going to need it if it's the one I think it is. It's not the one I thought it was. Instead, it's 2 secrets. Let's charge. Speakers spit, and they spit hard. Let's get in close there and fight.
With pleasure.
Bit of acid and a bit of shocking energy. We'll go for level 2.
Understood.
Now, we seem to still be close enough to strike this one. Let's go for a little mind magic, because again, we're trying to level many skills.
With pleasure.
I'm not going to use frost because they are... So missile shield? Sure, they were spitting at us.
Understood.
Just for the experience. Excellent, we have a no arrow sign up here. You may have noticed we have 2 empty slots up here that are not yet filled. Those slots are reserved for NPCs who can join the party. And indeed, we will probably want them to.
With pleasure.
Go for a little more energy blasting.
Understood.
And we're probably going to want to rest before going any further,
Ready and willing.
because at the top of that tunnel is something very nasty. But if we're going to be resting, we may as well try and get as much experience as we can to skills. Excellent. And I might...
see something on horizon.
Oh no, what have you seen? That can't be good.
They were ready for
Slimes.
battle.
At Slime and Seekers. Okay.
I'm on it.
So my plan is to run into the side tunnel and make the slime follow us. I'm trying to get in here to where we can target this one. There we go.
With pleasure.
And anything that helps our little fairy practice their magic skills is good for us. I think the fight music is randomized, but it's based on how hard the fight is. You know, easier fights have more relaxed combat music, harder fights seem to have more intense combat music. We'll just keep blasting.
Understood.
There we go. Oh, that lizard keeps surviving. It's a really tough one. Not anymore.
Understood.
And that slime is clearly
Understood.
taking its time working out how to
With
get to us, which is
pleasure.
fine
With
by us.
pleasure.
Okay, let's hold off on spells because it's nearly dead. Alright, where's the slime?
The better to battle our enemies.
Ah, my talents have been rewarded.
We shall utterly obliterate them.
You know what? He does have a crossbow. So let's get a little magical practice in.
With pleasure.
And we can use a bit of cold here.
Understood.
Lovely. Oh, beautiful shot for crossbow there. Now, let's enjoy our levels. Bit of vitality, go a bit of senses, some piety, and strength. And then for her last point, put it on speed. Why not? We'll go 3 points here, a couple of points here. Still no shields have appeared, but we want to be ready when we get one. Oh, and other people... Right, occasionally we will come across other modern weapons that are not the Omnigun, but not yet. And for 2k the Ranger, we'll give him some senses. 37, that's not a multiple of 3, is it? It's a 38. Well, we'll work it. In terms of trying to get to 100. 60, 35, yeah, that can work. So he may be hitting dexterity instead of senses. We'll go... bit of intelligence, because he will start getting alchemical magic, I think, next level. Okay, little more close combat skill, in case he eventually needs to use it. And a bit more bow skill. Oh, and we'll max out scouting again. Go there, and a bit on mythology as well. Excellent. Now, the big bad boss of the level is up here. And I will save before going in, because I know it's very, very nasty. Let's go in and see if the patch nerfed it at all.
I'm sad to say that the odds are against us.
This is Gregor. He is a giant cockroach. Apparently the name Gregor is a reference to Kafka's Transformation. Let's try for something she's relatively competent at.
With pleasure.
And likewise for you, my friend. I should have rested before coming up here.
Understood.
Gregor has 128 health. He's very tough and very dangerous and could kill us all. And he gets a lot of attacks. Normally he spreads his attacks rather than focusing too heavily, so that is good for us. Let's go with an acid splash and just throw everything we got at him, okay?
Understood.
Now, Gregor, I think, can inflict poison and some other negative conditions of his attacks, which is another reason why his many attacks make him so fearsome.
With pleasure.
We have no idea what his resistance is like, so just keep hitting him with frost spells. Uh-oh. Went for the fairy. But he's showing damage on his carapace, so he must be doing well. He is that we don't know his current health. He didn't roll well enough on armor fails. He rolled pretty oh my god, he is right.
That hurts.
I need you to drink a potion of cure poison right now before you die. I think I need you to protect her. And then we fight on. It's okay, he went for someone else. Oh, wow.
He was victorious!
That was brutal.
Darling, I just keep getting better and better.
I'm used to him being very tough, but that was many years ago. I think the patch may have nerfed him a bit. Let's get those feathered darts in there. Now, there are 3 ways out of here. 4, there's 1 over there, and 5 there. Plus the one we came up.
Ready and willing.
Can she? She can't. Right. Let's take a level. A little bit of strength, a little bit of vitality, a bit of piety, some senses, a bit more speed, and dexterity. So everything except intelligence is level, really. Right. We have no earth spells or air spells. Itching skin. I don't want a sleep spell backfiring anytime soon. So, earth. Mental. Get a bit of air magic while she can. We'll up these to a 10. Increase her water magic skill. Artifact skill needs to get better. There we go. So now let's try identifying things again. Because her skill has increased ever so slightly. Probably not enough. But she might work out what some of these things are eventually. And this. Ah, Scroll of Haste. Excellent. That uses the Artifacts skill, so we will give it to her to use. In a tough fight that seems to require it. Right, I'm going to go this way. But first, do a healing spell. And because we defeated a really tough opponent, I'm going to nip back down here to the room at the bottom of the stairs, and we will rest. Right in this corner to minimize ambushing from behind. And I like to stop resting when magical energy is full so I can try and heal off any remaining damage that hasn't fully recovered yet. There we go. So, I'm going to go straight for that exit in the opposite wall here.
They were ready for battle.
Okay. He can definitely go for level 2 Energy Blast. And he absolutely will. We'll go for a level 1 Acid Splash and let them come to us. Nice Energy Blast there. Well, I see some people, namely Gunhild, who need to increase their range skill, probably Malundor as well. And Tim, got the same with it. She is paralyzed. So is he. That's really bad. Okay, we'll put that on defense first. We'll go for a level 2 energy
Understood.
blast. Hold off on the level 3. And we'll go for... Yeah, you can do.
With pleasure.
Oh, there's spiders. Ah, yes, they might stay at a distance. That was me thinking they'd be cockroaches. I like the fact we see the missiles coming on the screen towards us in blue. Let's freeze some spiders. When we get to the point where we can't cast Energy Blast 2, if we've got enough for Energy Blast 1, that will automatically come down. And I think it's hostile conditions on the outside, positive conditions, like, on the inside. Not that we have any single target positive condition spells yet. Alright. So he can't even do a level 1, so we'll go for some frost. Go for a level 2 frost. I think we can handle that. Nice. There's only one spider left. We should make it out of there eventually. Well, we've pretty much got this one taken care of, I think. But apparently it's going to take a little bit longer. Let's go for a blast.
With pleasure.
And yeah, level 2 frost. We may need to be more careful on nature's use of magical power. We might want to restrict ourselves to some slightly lower level spells.
Naturally.
How
Excellent.
exciting. I think I'm improving.
Oh, come on there, Marundor.
Our hero has achieved great things.
That plague is gone.
Alright. Well, obviously, he's a tough old bugger. And that is some intelligence that does need to go up. Let's put a point into speed, though. And go 1, 2... Woo, 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 woo. He does need to do a bit better shooting. And we can raise that as well in case he finds a hammer or mace or something later on. Let's go into here.
Our hero sees something on horizon.
This is a one-man job.
So this is easy combat music. We have 3 groups of enemies, and as I said, spells that target enemy groups. Oh, we don't have our sleep spell yet, so I would have put 1 group to sleep, and that would have been really good for us. That's obviously not happening. Itching skin? Yeah, we'll just
With
throw some
pleasure.
itching powder at her. She's a fairy after all. Oh, that failed. So yeah, we seem to have progressed to the point where cockroaches aren't so much of a threat to us anymore. Gregor was the most dangerous one we've seen, and probably the most dangerous one we will ever encounter. Now that they're spreading out, it's going to be harder to get more itching powder. That's a lot on that flank. Let's move him onto the side. I think he's got a dagger for close combat, and that would preserve ammunition. And that one's running around, trying to go the long way. Because computers never think of like stopping and waiting to attack. They always do the impatient. Hey, that one's unconscious. And somehow survived a berserk attack that was unconscious. Right. Let's go with a blast. A low-level blast. And we'll put it all the way at the back over here. Now, can you... You absolutely can attack this one. Great. He would be better with the bow, but we're leveling a separate skill. Tim, you can shoot this one as well. And let's even throw in a frost spell as well.
Understood.
Take this.
Look, it's a skill we're leveling, okay? It happens. There you go, here comes trouble. Alright, I'm seeing need for some healing. It's green! Finally, a safe cast.
With pleasure.
And we'll go for some more frost magic. Low level because
Understood.
that should finish that one off.
There.
I've certainly finished him off. So as you can see at the top of the screen here, the enemy groups are depleting individually, because if we had a group spell like that sleep spell, which I really need to get to late soon, that coming is really useful here. Right, what happened to the one that... Right. The cockroaches that ran this way from an enemy group are now so far that they're out of the combat. And the remaining parts of that group have died here. That's why we're now counting this as...
Right then.
as an individual.
With pleasure.
So, we will have more to encounter.
Understood.
They may still walk back into the fight, I think.
I think it's high time someone healed.
Yep, I think so
Ready
too.
and
Let's do
willing.
that now. Oh! And we have a level. Right. So this appears to be some kind of mausoleum. There are bodies in alcoves on the wall. And there may be something to find in here. I think there is something to find in here, but for whatever reason 2K isn't picking it up. Tim, you got us a level. Let's get some strength, bit of vitality, bit of dexterity. Would go senses, but Tim sometimes misses things and comes back to them later on, so let's enjoy that. There we go. Let's absolutely get that, bit of that, some more of this, bit of... Whoa, 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 whoa! Right, I forgot. We need that skill to be as high as we can possibly get it. I think when we get it to 20, we get an upgrade for his gun. It becomes the Omnigun Mark... Wait, Mark III? Right. An Omnigun adjusted to improve his speed. The built-in laser flash unit adds a small chance of blinding the target. Additions dart attachment, laser flash attachment. So now, he can shoot darts as ammunition as well as rocks. His gun has improved. What can I say? Has she got any better at identifying things yet? No. No. We'll have to get her a level. We'll also have to chase down these cockroaches that I think ran away, trying to get to us. They were trying to chase us down. Ah, yes.
I see
good.
something moving.
Understood.
Let's practice that mind stab spell.
With pleasure.
And a single
Understood.
level frost spell. And we turn facing and fight. Tell you what, she's getting better with that sword. Excellent work. So I'm going to go back in here, and now we got some nice, this blue and golden design along the bottom there with ornamental, almost feels a bit Egyptian to me. Maybe a little sort of Art Nouveau Egyptian, admittedly, from the period when the Egyptian tombs were discovered. But it makes me feel this was a more important part of the building, with this Celtic knotwork along the top as well, and some potions. Excellent, some healing potions. We should definitely be putting those to good use. There's a tunnel down there with a wooden floor and wooden ceiling. We'll explore that later. For now, also this looks very high-tech. We'll explore along here. And I think we'll
Ready
try
and
for a
willing.
healing spell. Might as well throw another one while we're at it. Alright, we've got a nice chamber here with some powder there. Smelling salts. We can use smelling salts to wake up people who are unconscious or even asleep. So no doubt those will come in useful for us. There's a bloody stone slab here with some kind of cleaver on it. Now, the cleaver can be used a bit like a battle axe. It does get -1 to hit, 3 to 11 damage, as opposed to the 2 to 8 on the axe. And it does use the axe skill. So let's absolutely equip that for now for Morundor. It's a weapon upgrade of sorts. Now, what else is there in here? I see potions to cure poison, by the look of it. Yep. And some healing potions. Light heal and light heal. But okay. And we got something here. What does this say? For emergency use only. Well, I mean, a specific item is required here. We need some kind of key to get in there and open that. Obviously, we'll have to try and come back to that sometime later. Let's explore the corridor with the wooden ceiling and floor. There we go. Again, we got these lights on the walls, and some wooden paneling here, and a broken button. There's a button here, but it's broken beyond repair. This is that bridge down below that we've already seen. We can use the button below to raise the bridge up to here. And now that we've opened the chest on the other side and explored everything over there, we have no reason not to do so. And there's something over there we may be interested in. But that button is down there and not here. There's a safety rail with a gap in it here, so we could drop down there if we wanted to the beach above the water. Probably not a good idea. But there is a nice handrail here to keep us safely on the path. Let's head along the way lit by the beautiful lanterns. And there's something out here.
Someone appeared.
Indeed, someone did. Let's get those rocks for Tim. Now this is our first NPC we get to chat to.
Hey, was that you? That ship crash? Wow, I thought you were goners for sure. You ask me, something real bad's going on. 'Cause your ship wasn't the first to fall out of the sky.
Okay. Well, apparently he's called Burrs, so let's ask him about Burrs.
Traveling salesman, at your service.
He mentioned a ship.
That information's worth a little something.
Uh-oh. He wants 20 gold to tell us. We will pay him. He likes his bribes.
Well, I saw 2 ships crash into the sea, but who knows how many more there were. They looked like they had been hit with something, some kind of fire. It was very scary. The first went into the ocean just outside the monastery, and the second looked like it crashed way south of here.
Alright, an entry has been added to the journal. Let's ask about the monastery. So we can click on literally anything, any words here to add them. He did say ship crash. Ship crash.
Sure. Like
Oh,
I
okay,
said,
so he's just going to say the same.
Well, I saw...
Alright. The monastery then.
That information's worth a little something.
Of course it is. 25 gold, alright. We got plenty of money at the moment and nothing else to sell it on, so okay.
The monastery? It's Higardi, the Brotherhood. Their temple, I guess. No one's in there now. They took off a while ago. They've got another temple in Arnica, though. A guy named Braffit runs it. Say, you been to Arnica yet?
No, we haven't.
Well, if you haven't got plans, that's a good place to go. There's all kinds of stuff happening there right now. It's just south of here.
That's good to know. He's a very friendly, helpful person. Let's ask him about Higardi.
Nothing much to tell you. They're nice. In fact, I get most of my stuff from them.
So, Higardi is this planet's name for humans. We'll later find the Higardi are humans, and it's a racial term, not a cultural term, like the Higardi live in this place. He also mentioned the Brotherhood.
I don't know too much about it.
Okay. And a man named Braffin.
I know him.
You going to tell us anything more about him? And a town called Arnica, or Arnica, as he pronounces it oddly.
Oh, Arnika's the city of the Higardi. It's right on the coast. I get most of my stuff from there, in fact.
Now, there is, in the psionic school of magic, a mind-reading spell that we can cast on NPCs in conversation with magic here, which will reveal more topics we can talk about. I imagine simplified NPC interaction might simplify the conversation structure a bit, but I don't remember it being part of the original game. I think it's been added by the patch. We can also steal things from people if we think we stand a chance. We could ask him to join us, join our party with the recruit button. I don't think he'll be very interested.
Oh no. It's best if I travel alone. Helps me keep the overhead down and the stock up.
Let's see what he's got for sale. Right, a broadsword. 3 to 11. 4 to 10, -1 to hit, -3 initiative, so arguably a better sword. Shillelagh, bow staff, quarterstaff, some arrows. Let's buy arrows. Let's buy stones. We don't need quite so many crossbow quarrels because he's got a lot here. And let's be equipping as many arrows as we possibly can. There we go, lovely. Musket balls. These absolutely are for the gun. They're bullets, they are better than stones. Let's get all these stones in here so he'll have more stuff to shoot. Resurrection powder, very expensive. Cracker sticks, which we haven't identified yet. They cast an energy blast. Potion of moderate heal, potion of light heal, cure. Does he have any... leather boots. Let's buy those. God, they're expensive. Quilted tunic, we can't quite afford that. Suede trousers. Let's sell some stuff as well from the party stash. Party items. We can sell a battle axe because we've still got one spare. Probably sell that short bow. Right, let's get some nice boots on for our warriors. Protect their feet from all those little pests that have been running around nipping at them. I'm pretty sure we have enough bows to, yes, so 2 bows. We can sell that short bow. I'm just checking if these bows are different. They're not. So let's sell that short bow. And the sandals. Bastard sword. Do we have 2? Yes, we do. Well, we'll sell one then. Keep that spare battle axe. Short bow. Poser's cap. We'll hang on to that because it's a nice item. And someone might find a use for it later on. We'll hold on to the spear because it's our only spear. We have another short bow. Ninja stars, we don't have anyone who can use those. But we might meet someone who'll go in one of these slots who can later on. Some basic cloth trousers, some sandals, and personal items. Those are all good items.
Standing by.
As are these.
What now?
We can sell the ale. That's probably not going to help us much. It might make one of us a bit sick. And
You
I think
Gee,
we're hanging on to all those items. Let's go back and say goodbye for now.
come back and see me if you need anything.
Excellent. And communication skill is increased for Gunhild, Nate, Tim, and Leah.
See ya, friend.
What have we got written here? Hammer Day the 21st. Strange objects in the night sky. Very odd. No landings scheduled at Arnica this week. Moon Day the 24th. More strange lights in the sky. Lord's Day the 25th. Anselm made the announcement. We are to leave the monastery. I have been ordered to take the key to Lord Braffett. Alas, this means the end of my stargazing. Ask about Anselm. He might know something. Because we are allowed to type.
Well, I should be going soon.
Okay, he doesn't know about Anselm. How you doing?
Great!
Know any nice rumours?
Well, there is a rumor that you might be the third messenger.
What is the third messenger?
Martin's messenger? Is that what you're asking me?
I think it probably should be.
That information's worth a little something.
Of course it is. 75 gold, that's big information. Well, it's probably worth getting this once.
Well, see, you probably haven't heard a whole lot about it yet, but this guy named Martin, pretty much everyone on this planet is looking for him. I don't know where he is, but I know the path to find him. You have to go through Trenton.
Let's ask about Trenton.
You just look for the biggest tree in the forest south of Arnica, and you're there. You'll love it. It's a great place.
Trenton is full of trinnies, and Burrs here is a trinny. Trinnies are little sort of mouse people, or hamster people, or they're kind of little rodents. There's a shaman in Trenton we're going to have to go and see at some point.
Come back and see me if you need anything.
But there's
It was a
also
pleasure.
this chest. Are there any more stones up here we can cram into a gun and fire? Let's go look at a chest and make a trap save. Because I remember this chest well from many years ago.
It has a booby trap.
It does indeed. Let's examine the trap. Ah, dagger scatter. Let's try and disarm it. That coil trap component. Coeur gauntlets. Coeur is boiled leather, isn't it? Right. And a bullwhip. Yep, we'll take these as well. Okay. Does that mean she's identified? These are still different. So these can be used by Fighter, Lord, Bard, Gadgeteer, Valkyrie, or Ranger, and no other classes. Right. So, she can use them for a bit of armor. He can use them. He can use them. Average armor class 3, average armor class 2 will give her some hand protection. There we go. Excellent. That came along quite nicely. So we got another axe. We could sell one of those battle axes, a bullwhip, and we need to get her identifying skill up. Alright. Let's get back inside this building and continue our exploration. We can go back visit Burrs anytime and trade with him. He sometimes gets new stuff in stock. He has supplied us with a good amount of... Hey, you know what? 25... Let's put... let's split these. There we go. Just so we have a little bit more ammunition for times when we don't have spell points. Speaking of which, how are we doing on spell points? Slowly coming back.
Standing by.
We got lots of time left on that light spell, so we don't need to cast it again, but it would be good for the experience. Let's hold off, because we might want a big electrical discharge. Okay, here we are. This clearly is some kind of place of religious significance. There's a big statue at the end, and there are beers along the side.
I just got a shiver all through my body. Something's not right.
This is a dangerous encounter. Or dangerous looking. We've had a warning, so let's just turn around and walk away for now. We might come back there when we're feeling a little more competent. This is clearly locked. It's not opening anytime soon. It's a big metal portcullis with big lights on either side. That's clearly a very important place. That's actually the entrance to the top level of this structure. And again, we're seeing beautiful ornate ceilings. Looks a bit like this might be part of a spaceship itself. We got a path leading up there, or passage rather, and here a chamber. Now, this big square panel looks dodgy. It is indeed the same panel we saw on the roof when we looked up through that pit from below on the lower level. It is the top of that pit. If we interact with this statue while we're standing on that, something bad's going to happen. There's even a skull there in the statue's hand to warn us. Let's pick up this. Concussion powder. I think that can knock people out. Concussion power level 3. Knock out 100%. Okay. Wow. There's some kind of skeleton here and here. And on the wall, though we may forget in times of strife, death is the doorway to a new life. So death, the skull here, is something we want to interact with this lady statue and make sure we're not standing on that panel. A section of the wall is opened up and there is a key, which we will give to our gadgeteer because he likes keys. It's the safe key. That doesn't mean the key isn't particularly dangerous, it means it is the key to the safe, which we were unable to open in the other chamber at the end of the hallway. For now though, let's head up here. We got the beautiful wooden ceiling again. What's that? There's something here, not on this level, so maybe out there in the hallway or something. And this room contains
It
spiders.
might kill us. This is trouble.
If only we had that sleep spell. They do like to fire webs at us, so let's get the missile shield off. And some mind
With
blasts.
pleasure.
And hope they close for combat. And if they don't, hey, we'll just shoot them. We would like them to get a bit closer though, so our warrior can make use of his shield. Let's hope our magician doesn't get wet before he can cast his spell to protect us.
His prowess.
Hurrah! Uh-oh, we've got a paralyzed party member. Let's go with an energy blast
With pleasure.
and enchanted blade.
Understood.
Mangor Car! Even boat. Uh-oh, more people getting paralyzed. I think if they can paralyze enough of us, they'll come in and start trying to fight us. Almost like real spiders in the real world. Right. Let's go energy blast. Level 2 energy blast, why not? And an acid splash.
With
Just
pleasure.
level 1. I would... Ooh, so many paralyzed. Alright, we'll go for level 2 Frost. I would rush in on them, but it doesn't feel like we've got enough to complete moves yet.
Oh, much better.
Okay, this time we will rush.
With pleasure.
Nothing useful, so use your sling!
Understood.
Okay, last spider, we need to get a kicking.
Clean through.
Same spell again. Let's go for it. Oh, Leah.
So he recovered.
We win, naturally.
Ha! The better to battle our enemies.
Ah, my talents have been rewarded.
Lots of
I
skills
feel
increased.
much better.
Oh, mate.
My ailment has
There we
abated.
go. There is a
Hero
big red
found
button
me
on the wall.
strange. Gee,
Tim wants to press it. This button has raised portcullis. There even appears to be an arrow pointing up at the button, like here, press this. What did he say? Ah, it's not reported. Okay. Well, let's do some leveling. And a bit there. And a little there. And now 2K has spellcasting capabilities. I'm going to go with... We could probably do with a secondary healer at some point soon, but I'm going to go for stamina spell to restore stamina for our frontliners. That is water magic. So we will increase his alchemy skill and his ranged combat. Dagger skill, yes, there we go. Excellent. Actually, let's take a point into mythology. And remember, there's a safe we're going to go back and open, because we got a lovely key for it. And the key wants to be in a lock. And the lock wants to be open. And it wants to give us all of the things behind it. Right. Nate. Wizard needs intelligence. 80, that's 19 points. So he's not gonna... So we can afford to spread a few more. Let's put a couple in vitality, one in speed, and one in strength to go with that vitality increase. Right. I've talked about that sleep spell long enough. I'm going to put off getting the web spell, or the terror, or detect secrets, or the magic missiles, and get that sleep spell, which is air magic, right? And we get mythology, communication, a little bit of earth, and divine magic, because we need to be working on those. Excellent. And then we have Gunhild's level as well, which we will take care of as we meander towards this safe. So she'll get a bit of strength, bit of vitality, some senses, dexterity and speed, and then she also gets spells. Let's get Heal Wounds, a very useful spell for her to have. Now that's divine magic, so we'll absolutely put points in there, a little bit here, bit here. Still no shield, so we don't need that. Let's put a point in throwing and sling in case she has to throw that cherry bomb or something like that. And I think the emergency safe has another 1 or 2 bags of resurrection powder in it, and probably some other things as well. Okay, Tim, you've got a key. And that is 3 more bags of resurrection powder, so now we have 5 apparently. Nothing else in there, but we can absolutely see why that safe said, you know, do not use in case of emergency. And even why the clue was in death, there is life. So we've pretty much finished this level now, except for whatever that item was.
I hear you.
Let's practice some more spellcasting. Obviously, she's not quite as good as Leah at healing yet. But now we have a second person capable of casting healing, and indeed 2K will eventually be able to do so as well. Let's head up through the portcullis. I think I heard a monster. It sounded like a seeker. And here is the item we have not yet found. It appears to be some rocks, which we can give to Tim. Now, let's head on up to the upper monastery, where it'll probably be a good point to end the episode. So yes, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. I'm going to say goodbye for now though, and cheerio everyone. See you all soon.